And the guy is like, oh, yeah, there's a lake, and then there's another creek. So I'm like, I have to drink water, but I don't want to drink it from the lake. So I was so dehydrated that I just drink from it.
He just drank from the lake.
Welcome back to the next aid station. I am your host, Jake Kilgore. McGarrison's still here, sitting next to me.
That's rude.
But this time around, we're outside in St. George, Utah, with our man, the key guy, Eder Ruben Ramirez.
Oh, my God.
De Las Vegas, Nevada. How's that?
Excellent.
Was that pretty good?
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Have you guys ever rapped in Spanish?
We never rapped Spanish.
Go. Give me some.
He always wants me to speak Spanish, but I'm uncomfortable.
Well, let's see how he does. Go.
Okay. ¿Cómo estás, Eder?
No, don't say what's up, Eder. Talk
I
to
said,
him.
how are you?
Whatever, same thing.
Okay. Eder, ¿cómo estás?
Well, I'm doing great, I guess. Do you want me to speak Spanish?
Yeah, just for a second.
Mick wants you to rap Spanish
I
back.
want to see how he does.
Let's
Okay,
see.
perfecto. Me está yendo muy bien. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí con ustedes. Y espero que tengamos una buena charla.
Bueno, igualmente a mí. ¿De dónde? ¿De México? ¿De qué parte de México eres?
Okay. Nací en Cuautla, Morelos.
¿De dónde?
Cuautla, Morelos.
De-
Cerca de México DF, de la
Okay.
capital.
Okay.
Pero he vivido en Las Vegas por más de 20 años.
¿Más de 20 años en Las Vegas?
Yes.
Okay.
28 years in Vegas.
More than 20.
Dang it.
More than 20
Oh,
in
he didn't
Vegas.
say Ocho.
Yeah. So, you guys already started the story because I have become podcast media tech guy while Mick sits around and just watches me do all the work.
No, I was.
So you guys had a full conversation.
It was really interesting, by the way.
I'm glad everyone missed it, including me.
Well,
we can do
sorry
it
about that.
Yes,
Would
we
you like
could
to know what we were talking about?
Was it
Or
in
do you
English
have,
or
like-
Spanish?
It was all in Spanish. He was talking about. We were talking about Mammoth.
Okay, that's where we're going to start.
Well,
Okay,
we don't
let's
have to, but if you would like to pick up on where we left off, it was very interesting.
Start wherever you want. We have no agenda.
Okay, here's how it started off. I'll just catch you up real quick. When I was running Javelina, I was at mile 85-ish. And we ran up on a couple of people. One of them was Eder's wife.
I was with you.
Well, I don't remember her name. What's her name?
Lydia.
Lydia.
And a dude, your nephew,
I think.
who was pacing her.
Yeah.
Your nephew, your cousin, something like that.
Either her brother or a friend.
It was a relative for sure.
Yeah. So maybe it has been
Maybe her brother.
her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were talking about that. And she had similar thing with me, like DNF'd a couple times, and I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. So I was like, dude, I don't know how you do 200 or 250 miles. So then we started talking about Mammoth. And it was very interesting because he asked, why don't you tell that story where you asked to have a crappy day?
Oh yeah. Before the race started,
Yeah.
I was talking with, I think it was Jeff Peltier and someone else there, and I was like kind of telling them that I haven't had a really bad day. I usually stay pretty, comfortable in a sense. So right after I started, I went hard, and few months later, like about mile 30ish, he caught up to me, and he found me where I wanted to be, struggling. Like it was in the struggle bus, moving very slow, feeling just out of it,
Do you think it's because you went out too hot?
Yeah, I went out too hard, trying to stay close to the leaders.
To Jimmy?
To Jimmy, to
Right.
Rachel, yeah. And then I was kind on top of my nutrition and my electrolytes, but I forgot to drink water. I'm like, it's kind of the same, my plan. But I was sweating so much because I was working so hard. And once I realized, I was like, I'm getting dehydrated. I must be low on electrolytes. And I tried some salt pills, and it didn't work. It made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
So then I already run out of water. So I'm like, well, the electrolytes, at least I have them. Water I didn't. Then someone told me like, okay, I was coming a little creek, And I saw the lake, and the guy was like, oh, yeah, there's a lake, and then there's another creek. So I'm like, I have to drink water, but I don't want to drink it from the lake. When I was thought, he said there's a creek afterwards. But yeah, it was a creek out of the lake. So I was so dehydrated that I just drink from it.
He just drank from the lake.
In the middle of the race.
Bro, I don't think I would drink from a lake.
Oh, I would.
Do you just drink from a lake?
I mean, it would depend if it was the water flowing. It's not steel.
Yeah.
If the water was steel, no.
Steel?
Steel?
Still.
Steel.
Like metal?
It was steel. It's because I'm Eder Ruben, and I say it like this. The water,
I was like, I don't even know what you're saying.
el agua was...
¿Cómo se dice still?
The water was steel.
He's just trying to make me comfortable, you see, so I don't feel so awkward. Appreciate that.
That was crazy. I did say steel.
Twice.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And I looked at you like you're an idiot.
and I'm looking at you like, what the hell are you saying, bro?
She's trying to do my accent.
That's great. No, I would. If the water was... I've done it tons of times on my runs. I'll just hit the river.
Like a river, I would, like, that's even risky, but to like a lake and you're just all, hey,
Oh, yeah.
here we go. Just,
Ugh.
You know, the way Mammoth is, like you see those alpine lakes. So usually it's gonna have a little stream, a lake, a little stream, another lake. So yeah, you want to drink as high as possible, but when there is no options, just have to kind of
you're like, here we go.
decide something. You know, you either slow down to a walk and then start cramping, or you may, drink water and get a bug in your belly.
Well, what mile was this at?
It was early. It was about 20, less than 30 miles.
Okay,
It
so
was in the first descent.
if you get a bug around mile 25 or 30, are you going to feel it before you finish the race?
Yeah.
Right? Because the 200 miler, 214 miler or something like that?
Yeah. The way my body works is every time I eat something that doesn't feel right, my body rejects us immediately.
So you'd know within a couple hours you got the runs.
Right away. I will have to, get it out of my system somehow. So usually, if it's not good water, then I may be in trouble once, and then I just continue normal. That's the
Recover, come back, yeah.
yeah. That will be the hope.
Yeah.
But I haven't had any.
Were you thinking about it afterwards, or were you just like, oh God, I feel great, let's go?
Every time I have drink it, because as I mentioned, I have done it before. I guess for 30 minutes it stay in my head, because I'm thinking like, usually when I feel it, I gotta go now. I cannot wait. So the first 30 minutes, you kind of think about it, like, how am I feeling? How am I feeling? How am I feeling? Is it working? Plus the dehydration, which also makes you feel nauseous.
Yeah.
So then you can mix it. Yeah, I realized water, electrolytes, or need of food feels very similar to me. The nauseous, the kind of like feeling like weird. I think it's very similar. So I kind of try to remember what was the last thing I did. Did I take some salt pill? Did I drink water? Did I eat? What?
Yeah.
Because at the end, I cannot just go by feeling. So, you do whatever you have to do to continue the race. If you don't want to slow down, if you want to be there, you're just gonna take risks.
Yeah.
So that was how I see it.
Well, we raced each other once, Edher.
Which one?
Mogollon,
Oh, you did Mogollon, huh?
2023.
Wait, he said he did it when Killian won it.
I
Yeah,
did
24.
3 years
Oh,
ago.
you
He
did?
did it three-
Oh, I didn't know that.
He did 22, 23, 24.
Correct.
Really?
How was your experience?
Well, in 2023, I was drinking a protein drink, like 20 or 30 grams of protein at 2 or 3 times during the race. And I couldn't figure out why at the end of the race I would just be puking. Remember this?
Yeah.
My protein puke era, 2023. Yeah, so I was racing really well. In fact, Mogollon 23 is the only 100 miler I've ever done with no crew, no pacer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
And it's a hard one.
it's hard, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember when you and a couple of dudes passed me. I do. I remember. It was right around there's an aid station around mile 60, 65, drop bag. I went to get my drop bag, changed my socks, had an issue. My stomach was a wreck, and you and 2 other dudes came in. I ended up in 9th, and I think you took 6th-ish.
Yeah, if somewhere around there.
But your progression in Mogollon over 3 years is very impressive. I saw that, and that is what led me to pick you in Cocodona and Mammoth. I'm like, dude, look at what he's done 3 years in a row at Mogollon. I've raced Mogollon.
Just
I know that
increasing.
race.
So how did it start? Hang on, back up a little bit. Just give me a little background, because I didn't know who you were.
I know.
So how long have you been racing?
10 years, exactly, from my first half marathon in a row.
Okay.
Because it was when my wife was pregnant on my first child. So I remember exactly. That was the first race.
And your first 100-miler, though?
My first 100 miler was Bryce Canyon.
Oh,
2017.
2017.
Yeah. That was my first. And it was very normal progression. You know, like you find out about the distance, and then you find out about 100 milers, and then you do one, and then you do another one, and then you just progress. It was never like from the beginning, I'm going to try to do something.
I'm going to go try and do Mammoth.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know that was like remotely possible.
Well, yeah, tell us about the Mogollon 3 years in a row, your times and what you learned, and like I just think that progression is fascinating.
Yeah. I always talk about that race. My family loves that race.
Yeah.
Like they always. Last year I went to pace a friend. I couldn't. We did Mammoth, so I couldn't race it, but I went to pace a friend. So we try to go every year. We like it, and I think that was the first race where I thought it was something like very, very hard. Like even though 100 miles is amazingly hard, I've done 3 by the time I did the first Mogollon. So when I did the Mogollon, I was already trying to make it before 24 hours. That was kind of my goal from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I had come to like 25-ish on Canyons 100 in California. So I was getting closer to the 24 hours, and then did the Mogollon, and it took me 31 hours. So that was a wake-up call.
There's so much climbing.
2022, 31 hours.
31 hours, okay, locked.
It's like the technical, I think it is. Like it is climbing up and down very steep because you have some flats.
Yeah, you climb, run along the rim, go down, go over, do it again, like 5 times.
The climbs are crazy steep.
They're steep and they're very technical. Like a lot of
Slippery
rocks, a lot of slippery, moving rocks, roots, everything. Like it's technical.
So it's taking you 31 hours. Is that because there's no big climbing in Vegas, or?
I wasn't just ready for a race like that. Like that first race, it rained, it hailed, it was super hot. I got cold at night. My ankles swollen, my knees swollen. Like I was underprepared. Like I felt like I never done a 100 race before, like 100 miles. I felt like a beginners again. So that was kind of like what ignites something in me to be like, oh wow, like this is not just all the 100 miles are the same, or all the races are the same. Like there's levels, and you can put yourself in different levels. And I guess that's when I realized you can really push yourself more than what you think. I never struggled more than the first Mogollon. So it was kind of like my goal. But then my head changed. I think my father-in-law, he keeps telling me that that's my biggest change. Then after my first Mogollon, I changed my headspace to, instead of going a race against the mountain and conquer the mountain, and I was more like, no, just please let me go through you very fast. And then I promise you, I won't even move too many rocks. I won't step too much in brushes.
Gotta respect the mountain.
That's amazing.
That was, I think,
I'm just gonna scooch through here real quick. Don't hurt me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. And then I was like, and anything that happens, I'm not gonna see it as before is in 100 miles, everything is gonna happen. Something is gonna go wrong. It depends how you react, what it makes you good or not that good. So, but I start changing the script to be like, well, there is nothing really bad that happens in the mountain. It rains often. It hails. It's part of the nature. We are getting there. So mine always just enjoy the whole adventure. So when I came back the second time, it was like hail, rain, heat. I want it all. I want to experience all, and I'm just gonna move through it. And it worked so well. Like when I finished, I was just happy. For whatever whatever I finished, I don't know if it was just the approach, the training, knowing the course,
Yeah.
combination of
Well, that was the year I was there.
yeah.
And what's that? The signature climb around mile 40-ish, up that what is that called? It's super steep and technical.
Yeah,
And it
it's,
pounded rain and hail on us
every year it happens on that section.
on that spot.
And then you get so hot before.
And then you get to the top at the aid station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's when I drink water from the creek. The first day. The first time. Yeah. And I was like, and this is low. It was so hot. This is not like, there's no water.
He's gonna hit the creek everywhere.
I think that one was risky.
But you were being respectful to the mountain and nature.
No, that was the first time. That was the first time when I wanted to conquer the mountain.
It was.
No.
Well, that's why you got humbled then. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I got humble. And the third time, it was just, kind of like the second year on steroids. I planned for that race, the training, the terrain, my ankles, my knees. I really prepared for that race. And the mentality was the same. It works once. I mean, I felt like it works once. So I just kind of keep the same mentality. And I just progressed that mentality to Cocodona, I think.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me say something.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time listening to you talk that I was like, I kind of want to run another one.
Ooh.
No one's done that to me.
Come on, man.
No one has done that to me.
Cool.
What?
Well, he was. No, bro.
I pushed
no
you
one
away.
That was weird. I don't even like admitting it. He was saying, he was like, I wanted, give me the hail, give me the rain, and then when I finished, I was so happy. I was like, that was badass. I'm like, I was like, okay, I could try this again. I'm not going to, but that was inspiring for a second.
It's one step closer. Eder got him one step closer.
Well, why are you running out of water? Are you not taking 2 liters?
Yeah, I was also thinking a lot of, shading weight and not carrying more than what you need, very minimalistic. And now I'm trying not to. And Mammoth was a mistake. It was, I'm very I need order. I need to know how much water I have to drink from one aid station to another. I need to kind of have an idea. And Mammoth, I didn't do it. If I don't do it, I just forget. I just keep running. I'm like, whatever. And then when I feel bad, I'm like, what's going on? So now I know. I need to kind of know how much I have to drink in certain areas. So I'm prepared, and I'm been running with a lot of water lately because I don't want to run out of water anymore. That was a big lesson on Mammoth. I felt so mature, so inexperienced. I can't harm myself when I make mistakes so obvious.
Is that where the back half of that race that everyone talks about, kind of the comeback where, similar to Cocodona?
Yeah.
You kind of got behind from the water, from the starting too fast.
Yeah, that's kind of the same as in Cocodona, and people start thinking oh no, that's how he planned his races. But no, that one I wanted to stay in front with them, but I couldn't.
He didn't want to take credit for that strategy.
Yeah. Okay, well hang on a second. So we're still at Mogollon. So you come back the second year, and what was your time?
25 hours.
And that's when you were there?
Yeah, I just looked it up. He was 25, 40 something, and I was 27,
so you cut off 5.5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 5 hours.
5 hours.
No, 6.
Somewhere around
whatever.
there.
Yeah. Somewhere around
there. Yeah, you're right. 5.5.
Okay, so and how'd you feel after that? Not satisfied, but better.
I was very satisfied.
Oh,
to
you
be
were?
honest. Yeah, I was satisfied and I was happy. I guess
Good.
if I compare it from 1 year before, it was like a different race. Like when I finished Mogollon the first time, it's almost when you finish your first 100 miles that you're like, oh, I checked the box. I don't have to do it again. I don't have to prove. I don't have.
Yes, I had all those things.
But then you go and you stay by yourself with yourself and just thinking like about you, and you're like, I can do better. So, you know, like that mentality always, you know, like even though I cut so much time and I did so well and I was so happy, at the end of the day, I thought I could do it better. So I trained, you know, more, and I, you know, did more planning, and I shaved a little more. I think on 23 and change. It was the last time.
Got under 24.
On the 24,
Yeah.
that one I got second, and they changed the course that year because they had a fire a week before the race, and that is just something that happens. And when the race changes, everything kind of changes a little bit, and at the end I was happy with my second place. But I wasn't as happy as the second time. Like I felt the third time was like ew, like that's alright, you know. Like I got kind of not lost, but confused a couple times, and you know, just things. So I'm going back to Mogollon one day. I don't know when.
Yeah.
One more time.
I still have like, I don't know.
You love that race.
I love that race.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my children do too.
And then you did, was last year your first Cocodona?
Yeah, last year was my first Cocodona. My wife had the credit to sign me up for that one. She's the one that followed the race from
Shout
the
out.
beginning.
That's right.
Oh, she's here.
Shout out to the family.
Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah, she's the one that kind of saw me always as a tough guy who liked the mountain and the long race, the long events. And she's like, I think you will do very good on that one. You know,
Was that your first multi-day race? Your first 200?
I run a backyard
Oh,
before,
yeah.
and I did 57 hours on that one. So it was like 233 miles, somewhere around there. And that was a multi-day. That was more than 2 nights. But it's very different, you know. Like
Yeah.
it's very, very, very different. So when she signed me up, I really got excited. You know, like once you are signed up and you see, and of course it's like I'm gonna have so much fun for a few days, you know, and I don't have nothing to do but run and just run and enjoy. So I was like super excited to run it. And then when I started to see my splits, you know, to try to plan for the race, my numbers came very close or faster than you know, like what I like the records, or like, you know, competing for podium. So I was telling my wife, I think I can compete on this Cocodona race.
This is before the race, you're saying that?
Yeah, like when I saw my
when you're planning it out.
when I planning it out.
Yeah,
We
you're-
did that too.
You're
You're
doing
like-
your splits, and you're like, I think I could do a pretty good time here.
Why I cannot run 14 minutes a mile for 250? It is possible, you know. But you're like, am I gonna sleep? Am I gonna eat? But it only takes few seconds, you know.
Yeah.
I kind of like saw it as I can do it. Just plan it and execute, and that's what I did. You know, like even before the Cocodona, I was talking with my crew, and I'm like, hear me, I want to compete. Don't laugh at me. I think I can compete. You know, and just believe in me, kind of thing. You know, and we'll see how it goes. And I just stayed, and I always keep like thinking I'm gonna struggle as much as I did the first year of Mogollon. But I never went
It
back.
never happened.
No, it never happened until Mammoth, only like 10 miles when I got dehydrated. Now I realize, you know, it's very hard when you don't take care of yourself. Like 200 miles are very hard if you don't take care of yourself. Like we think about the days, the nights, you know, how much you climb and the terrain. But it's just one little mistake, like not drinking enough water, and it's just make the day miserable. And then you may not come back. So I realized that it's very important to just kind of take care of yourself before it gets, you get too deep into the, I don't know, dehydration or whatever.
Yeah, it takes hours and hours and hours to come back from a mistake that was just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your Cocodona time last year was 63:10. So I'm guessing that your goal is sub 60 hours.
Yeah. As I said, doing the math, how can you not? Look, it's 3 miles less, so we take 1 hour there, right?
Okay.
So we're in 62. Then I'm like, I think anyone can attempt to take 1 hour out of your crew time, right? Just crew time.
Yeah.
How much did you sleep?
I'm not gonna take off that because I was only 15 minutes.
You
So-
only slept 15.
Yeah, for Cocodona last year, only 15. So that one, I'm not planning to take off those 15.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave those 15.
Yeah, leave those.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave those.
Okay.
But so we have 3 miles less, the crew time, and then I trained my speed very hard after Mammoth, and I got a good 100-mile time where I don't feel as slow as I felt last year, so I can run 1 hour faster. 3 hours right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
you're talking about the Jackpot Ultra that you just did.
Yeah, that one was a big.
He took third.
boost.
The one Ashley set the record at. The USA
Oh, yeah,
24.
yeah.
Ashley set the record, and then he.
Oh, you were there with her. That's right.
Yeah, I run the 100 miles too. I
With Raj Panu was there.
Oh, Raj.
Raj won it, and he took third.
yeah, but it was a big PR for me. Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
was all mental.
Bro,
Like,
13 hours and 44 minutes.
13, 4. That's what you did?
and before that it was 21 something, my fastest 100 mile. So that was a big boost
Yeah.
of
That leg, that turnover, your foot turnover, boom.
Yeah. So now I don't feel as slow as I felt last year.
What about the heat? It's supposed to be hotter.
He's Mexican, bro. He's freaking good,
He's from
dude.
Vegas.
I'm
You don't give a
living
shit.
And he's Mexican Vegas. He's a Vegas Mexican.
Yeah.
So
He's
he loves
good in the heat, bro. He's good in the heat.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm doing the same. I'm trying not to be too cocky.
It's not cocky.
Confidence.
But
That's yeah.
But I have to just realize that I do work in a hot environment outside, and I can train for it. So no excuses, right there. I have it.
maybe it's not so much that you go under 60 as it is the competitors can't handle the heat as well as you do.
Yeah.
Maybe they come.
It's always like trying to see if I want to do a time or if I want to try to do a position, a podium, know?
Yeah.
The position, the podium, it doesn't work for me.
The position will just happen.
You got to do your race.
Yeah.
Do
I
do
cannot-
your splits.
When I hear someone saying like, I want to win, I'm going to win, or I'm going to set a record,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, how they do that? I cannot. Like, I can only set, from my numbers, I can attempt to do this, and this may be good enough for this, but not just for the position. Like, I see very hard for me trying to keep up with anyone at all. Just go and see what it is.
But what about when you're in it? When Rachel's chasing you?
Yeah.
Then it changes
Yes.
because that was fun
That's the other thing.
to watch.
Yes.
He was chasing Rachel.
No.
In Mammoth, I was chasing her.
No,
Well,
I'm talking about
I was-
Cocodona. She was chasing you
I was chasing her first because she was in
because she wanted to get overall podium,
overall podium
right?
when I passed her.
No, she's.
Am I off?
No, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. So yeah. I was chasing her. Then I passed her. Then she passed me again, and then I passed.
That's what
her
I'm
again.
saying. So in that, there's no way that the competitive juices don't start flowing, and you're like, okay, no,
Yeah.
we're racing.
That's the only way I can compete.
Yeah.
When we are in the race and we are a little get closer to the finish, if I see someone around, it is true. My competitors, it turns on. I can see it, how it turns on, because in Mammoth, I was like trying to see how much I could move up. And they were like, oh, well, you are in fourth male. You have Max and no. I was third, so I still have Max, and they were like, but it's like almost an hour. And then Jimmy was 3
Way
hours.
out, yeah.
So my head just turned into, I can get the one in front, and I did turn it on, and later talking with my crew, and they were like, yeah, next station we were ready to crew you, but when you came in, you were like, I'm leaving fast because this is the section I'm gonna catch Max, and no one wanted to pace me. My pacer was like, oh no, you go by yourself.
No way.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't even tell them like nothing because I knew I was chasing, and I did really strong on that section. June Mountain, just up.
That's
and down.
late in the race.
Yeah.
180 or something?
Yeah, from 160 to 180 around there.
Yeah. And your pacer's like, okay, I'm not going to be able to hang with you?
Yeah.
That's
Really?
amazing.
Yeah. Because later in the race when we finished, they told me like, when you came in, you look so focused on, so decided that was the move, that I didn't know if I could. My pacer told me I didn't know if I could stay, so I was just like, go. And you didn't even complain. You were like, okay, I'm leaving. I'm gone. And after I passed him, I tried to keep turning it on to see if I could make myself competitive and try. But now every time I'm like, no, they're too far. I'm like, come on, Eder, try. Try.
Yeah.
Turn it back on.
Too far away.
So now I know I have to be closer.
So when you have to have that the competitive juices flowing, you got to be close to them. And when you were saying that, I was thinking about the live stream of Mammoth. This guy was over here commenting as next aid station saying that Eder's going to catch Max. There's a lot of people.
I didn't have many supporters. I'll say that much. There were a ton. Max got a big following. And they were mocking, laughing. Whatever, dude. No, he's not. I'm like, no. Eder's coming for him, dude.
Well, I'm going to be in their defense. My own pacers didn't believe I was going to catch Max.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if that one actually hurt me or helped me. No, it helped me. But remember my patient was leaving, and like leaving to his house. He had to leave. So he was like, well, this is the last section, once we get to the station, I gotta leave, thank you for coming, helped me so much. What do you think? Am I gonna be able to catch Max? He's like, nah, man, he's too far from you. Like, it's almost 1 hour. Like, I'm gonna let you know when I pass him. And I did text him.
You text him
did?
during the
I did
race?
text
During the
him,
race?
4 a.m. Like, I just passed Max. And Max is super, super cool. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him a few times. Like, he's very cool. And
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
He worked hard to finish that race.
Yeah.
At the end, I was like, man, I would be very proud if I was you, because he struggled a few miles, and when you're struggling, you always thinking about slowing even more down or just stopping, and he had to continue. I mean, he was in podium, so
Oh, yeah.
he had a Y, but I think that make it very hard, when you are really suffering, but you also want to continue. So yeah, that was a good race for him, I think. I mean,
yeah,
finish wise.
That was great. No, he did great. It is demoralizing that late in a race. You're holding down second place for a long time, and then Eder comes from behind in the middle of the night at 4 a.m. and swoops in. But what did you ever think you'll go back and do Mammoth, or is that just kind of like I just want to do it one time and try it out, or you feel like you could go back and do better? And
yeah. At the beginning, I think with like Mogollon Monsters and all the races I did, it was a lot of that you do something and then you kind of want to repeat it and do it better, and then it becomes kind of like tradition, family, the event. But at the same time, you see so many other options, around the world.
yeah,
And you're like, there's so much money I have to spend, because those things are expensive. And then so much time, because I gotta work too. But at the same time, I'm kind of getting old and I want to do them.
Yeah.
So instead of repeating events, I kind of want to try new events before I get too slow.
My guy. That's my mentality. At my age, been doing this 10 years or so, but the last 3 years, I was just like, nope, I'm going to do every race one time.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to give it all I got, and then I'm going to sign up for a different race next time. There is no second time. There's a little extra motivation at the race where it's like, dude, this is the only time I'm going to be here. I got to finish, and I got to do my best I can. I got to, so I'm with you, dude.
Yeah.
One and done for me.
Okay.
How old are you now?
40.
You're just, you're young, man. You're young.
Yeah. 40. That's what I am. I don't know if it's young or old, but I'm 40.
Yeah. Nah, you're good, man. You got a lot of years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, dude, I think that do you feel like that 200-mile distance is like your specialty, or you just did really well at 2 of them and you're still going to keep racing 50Ks and hundreds?
Yeah. I want to see it, like really, 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 what am I capable of in this long distance run like races.
The multi-day, the big ones.
Multi-day. Yeah. I want to really, really push myself training, like mentally. Like I want to get all the use out of me before I can blame it to my age. Right now, I really don't believe I'm like the age is not a number. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's a fact. You're going to get older and you're going to get slower. So, even though I don't care, I know it's going to happen. So right now, going for all the pebbles. Let's go oldie.
So you're just going to keep signing up for 200s?
Well, this year I have a big year.
What do you got?
Jackpot's 100 mile, which 100 miles thing is a big race.
Yeah.
100 miles. Then right now I got a Cocodona. I did sign for Badwater.
Oh.
And then I'm going to run Thor.
Oh, you got into Tour?
Yeah, I got into Thor, and I already signed.
Yeah, dude.
With Killian?
Yeah.
Oh, I think maybe I heard that, but I had forgotten. You're doing Tour. Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah,
you're going to find out what you can do.
I'm specializing kind of on it.
Huge year.
Bro, you taking the family out?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Badwater I cannot because they don't allow pacers younger than 16, I believe.
Yeah, it's too hot, man. That's crazy.
It's fair enough.
Cocodona, Badwater, Tour de France. That's a big year.
A big year. Yeah,
that's
year.
awesome.
I'm like, I don't think no one has done these 3 races in 1 year.
Yeah, how'd you get into Badwater? And what was your letter like? You have to write a letter or resume or something, right?
Yeah, well, I put all the races that I have done in the last 2 years. Angeles Crest, Mogollon Monster, Mammoth, Cocodona, And I was like, well, if they don't accept me on that, I don't know. And then I kind of I'm also Mexican, huh? If you want more flags, because there was no Mexican sign.
I'm also.
And in fact, they asked me.
Yeah.
Because when they ask you where's your passport from, I'm like, well, my passport right now is from the U.S. But then he asked me later, oh, but you also are Mexican. Would you like to be representing Mexico instead of U.S. because we have a bunch of from the U.S. I'm like, you want more flags? Put more flags.
Great.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fun.
So I kind of just put everything I have accomplished.
Yeah.
And they accepted me.
There's a number of people in that race this year that at least that I'm aware of that are in Badwater. It's kind of a more known names this year, I should say.
There's a few. And that's a race that I've been wanting to do since you find out about 100 miles. Those are the first races.
Badwater.
With David Goggins, leading Vegas.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like a race that you hear. And now I'm like, I want to do it. And now I want to compete. I just run jackpots, which allow me to dream on something close to being competitive too. So we'll see. So yeah, I like big events.
Yeah, that's a huge year.
Yeah.
I have a question. Who are the best Mexican trail runners?
Yeah.
You're one of them.
I hope so. Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm wondering, like, I read the book Born to Run and the Taro Umada, and I'm like, why aren't there more, why aren't, like, top level Mexican trail runners that we've heard of?
Yeah, well, I think the main issue with the Mexican runners is the money. You know, like, no one really support runners on 100 miles up. There's no one supporting them. Where there is a little support is like the sky running, you know, like the shorter trail distance. So we have good runners like Juan Carreras or Jupiter Carreras. They're two brothers. Jupiter is the one that got podium 2 years ago in Black Canyons, golden ticket.
Yeah.
He got second place. So I would say he's the best long distance runner in Mexico. He runs up to, he has only run 100 miles. He ran Western States last year.
Yeah. Did Mexico have a world's team in Spain last year?
Yeah.
In Confront?
Yeah, they have few guys.
Yeah.
There's few good runners. Well, Mexican runner, Ricardo Mejia. He has won, I think, 5 times this race, Segama, and what's the other one?
Zagama?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
damn.
That one and the other one, very, very famous. Well, in fact, Kilian Jornet has him as
Sierras
one
and
of
all?
his idols.
Yeah, Sierras and all?
Sierras and all. Yeah, like he has, I don't remember if win or podium like 5 times. Like, of course, like 20 years ago. Some years ago.
Yeah.
But he's right there. I mean, I have heard Kilian all interviews saying like, you know, like he's one of my idols. You know, I saw him winning when I was coming up. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
that will be the biggest trail runner that we have.
There you go.
Yeah.
For your running team,
Yeah. A Mexican team?
tap into the Mexican runners. If it's because they're not being sponsored, you got all the potential in the world. They'll smash it.
Yep. Like the Chinese.
Yeah, like the Chinese are coming up hot.
Well, like the ultra runner of the year, Roy, is North America, but there's never a Mexican in there, male
See,
or female.
bro.
It's like 1 or 2 Canadians and like 8 or 9 Americans. That's the Roy, right?
Oh, yeah,
But
we're
it's
on
supposed to be North America.
We're on to something here.
Yeah. We tap into the Mexican.
Yeah,
I'm in.
because they can run.
Clearly,
Because, hey, they're good at soccer. What are we finding out?
every good ultra runner, soccer player. They
It's
grew up
true.
playing soccer.
It's girls too.
Yeah.
A lot of girls who have played soccer.
Katie Scheid, I think, played soccer.
We can figure this out.
Courtney plays soccer.
And they can box. So
Oh,
if anybody,
if the Mexicans can
if
box.
there's any problems,
And you know what? To be honest, for some reason, I never thought, being a Mexican, I never thought, like, I'm strong because I'm Mexican. I never had that mind.
Yeah.
But I heard so much now that I'm like kind of
you're like, I'll whoop your ass.
embracing it.
embrace it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want to see the Mexican coming? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the Mexican coming.
You don't want that Mexican to catch you on the back half of Cocodona.
Yeah.
It's freaking Mexican. He's gonna chew up Sedona and spit it out. Oh, but you were saying before we hit record, we got to beat a Sedona
Oh,
before sunset
yes.
Of-
way before sunset.
of Tuesday night.
Yeah,
No.
between 3 and 4, so we can get out of there with the hang-out trail during the day. Last year, I started during the day, finished at night, and it's very hard to follow the trail. You know, the slick rock.
So you probably lose
hard.
more time too, then, huh?
Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
think it's so important to try to get out of the hanging trail.
Hangover or whatever it's
Hangover
called.
trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the slick rock is hard to mark. So when they put the reflectors, if you don't point the light at them, you don't see them.
Yeah, you got to do this with your headlamp.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I remember last year with my pacer, we had to like kind of split. Every time we didn't know, we split because you know the slick rock you can run through it. So we'll split, and whoever sees the flag first, call the other guy and follow. So I think if we do it during the day, it's gonna save some time.
Bro, I just, hey, a little bit of wind out here. I spent a bunch of time a couple Sundays ago building out the splits, getting our Airbnbs, like booking our rental cars, our vans, like all, just getting set. And where do you feel like the race, I know it's such a long race, but where it can be won or lost, do you feel like it's before Crown King? Is it like, no, that's too early? It's like Mingus. Where is the most important 50K in the race?
Yeah, I will say, like, there are sections that are very key. Like, for example, the Crown King section, I think that one is try to manage yourself. Don't lose too much time. Just manage yourself as fast as you can without killing yourself. So that one is the first important. But it's not so much about, like, if you're going to win or lose. But if you don't get it right, you may not compete in the race no more. So that one is very important, because if you get dehydrated by the time you get there, then you're gonna.
Because it's like a 25-mile section.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of technical uphill, and if it gets hot, it's gonna be just a section that you have to plan. And after that, I will say, stay kind of strong in the group up to Mingus Mountain. I think that's kind of like less than halfway, but it's important, like the first 100 miles where you are fresh and strong and not so sleepy. So just like got through that 107 miles, the first 107 miles. Then I think where the race is gonna be at is whoever can get out of Sedona during the day. I think that's the key. Like, that's the 20 miles that count. Once you get on top, it's pretty much flat until you get to Elton.
So the top of Sedona, the top of the top of Hangover Trail, whatever it's called up there.
Which one is it?
Call it 150 or something.
No, more like 180-ish.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, close to 200.
Okay.
It's close to 200.
But you're going to get to the top of that at night then.
Yes.
But you're doing the Hangover Trail at sunset.
Yes,
Before.
afternoon. Try to get to Sedona passing like 4.
Okay.
So you can get out with a little light and then hopefully make it. And then after that, it's very flat, rolly, like roads. You can roll. And it's hard to catch up someone. Like, to lose or make time after mile 200, I think it's hard until you get to Eldon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the section from Ground Sedona to the top, that's the section, the most important one. And then at the end, Eldon, of course, with no pacers this year, it's gonna be super fun. I think that section is gonna, like, everyone is gonna have fun, because you gotta finish, you're there, and then just going by yourself is gonna be.
You got to knock out the last 25 miles ish on your own.
Yeah. I got on top of that Mountain mountain, night or day.
Now we're going up the road and then down the trail.
I think the same
as last year.
Last year, yeah. So easy up, very, very steep down, very, very steep down.
So that will be less, 60 hours in. Is that daytime? 24, 48. Yeah, that would be, sun setting.
I finished at, I think it was like 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
with 63 hours. Around there.
Yeah, that's 8 p.m. Wednesday night.
So 60 hours will be before sunset.
Okay, so we'll be descending Eldon with light. We, as in, I hope I'm anywhere near you.
With the sun coming up.
Wow.
We'll see. We'll try.
That's cool.
Try.
We'll do our best, man.
Well, we're gonna be there. We'll pull each other.
Okay, brother. We will do that.
Yeah.
That'll be good for you.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Who are you hoping to race with? Like, who are you hoping to be like? I want to spend like some hours with this guy or gal.
No, I think right now it's already set. I already talked with Cody.
It's already set.
Cody Paskin, we're gonna go together, and now, Jake, you're the team.
Okay.
We're gonna run
Jake,
together.
Cody, Eder.
And then, let me tell you, Wildcat up, whoever the fastest wins.
That's right. Yeah. I'm not holding nobody's hand.
Yeah.
Don't freaking try to hold my hand across the finish line, dude.
There's a point in not having pacer. Just go by yourself. do the little mountain, come up and down.
But you got your pacers all lined up. You're ready to go.
Yeah, this year I'm like super excited.
You got a squad.
I have a squad. In fact, Rolando, one of my friends who's pacing me, is as we speak, is in third place on the Monster 300.
Oh, wait. What's
as we
it?
speak.
Oh, I saw his
Rolando
name.
Mendoza. Yeah, he's.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, he's gonna be.
He
pacing
was
me.
in fourth. Now he's in third.
He was in third last time
Let's
this
check.
morning.
Bro,
He was
are
in
you ever
third.
going to race the Arizona Monster 300?
I mean, I haven't run it, and if we're gonna run different races, well, it's in the list. you
Maybe.
know? Maybe.
It's a little wild down there this year.
It's hot today.
102 on race day on Friday.
Ronaldo's in fourth,
For now?
163-ish.
Okay. He's
Give me the rundown real
Mike
quick.
McKnight is at 190, call it. He's in first. Ryan Snickles is he's 2 miles behind him.
No kidding.
And then Sam Carroll, that's where the jump is.
Big jump from
They're
second to
they're
third.
15 miles back.
Yes, okay.
But less than 200, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're 189,
A
171.
lot of race left, Eder.
A lot of race left, yeah.
They got 2 more nights.
Yeah. And from what I saw last year, it seems like the last 50 miles is just like sleep and walk. Like, I don't know, they seem to be sleeping and walking the same amount of time.
Sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking, yeah.
Well, then maybe the sweet spot is 200 to 250.
yeah.
If you're just walking and sleep like
That
that.
sounds terrible.
If the last 50 is just garbage, then maybe that's just
50 miles of that race is just on the road.
not to mention they don't have any water. So that
Yeah.
sucks.
They
And
should-
that doesn't work well for you because there's no lakes to drink out
to
of.
drink up.
Yeah, everybody ran out of water between the first and second aid station.
Yeah, I
You see
heard.
that?
I saw that, yeah.
What would you do? There's no water in Arizona.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm gonna get used to carrying more than what I need. Like this plan on Cocodona, I'm planning to.
Cocodona says take 4 liters and some.
Yeah, that's a requirement.
And in the handbook it said
Yeah,
experts or past runners have said take more.
I think it's just like the day before, see what's up. Like
Sure,
last
sure.
year, I remember I saw the day before. I'm like, oh no, 4 is enough. It's gonna be super cold.
Yeah.
But if it's like this year is looking, you make 1 more liter.
I've never even carried 4 liters of water because I'll go 2 liters in the back and then 2 500 millis. So there's my 3 liters. Where am I getting another liter? A bigger bladder?
Yeah, what I'm doing is I carry those 1 liter bottles on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Then I put 2
In the
side by
in the
side.
bl-
I have the 7500.
Wait.
Two 7500s, and 1 liter in the back, in the bottom. That's 4 liters.
Oh, wait, what kind of pack you use?
I got the Ultra Spire.
Are you sponsored by them?
Sponsor is a very interesting word. So they were for free. So yes.
Okay, so you're sponsored in the fact that they don't pay you, but they give you gear.
Yeah.
Great. That's sponsorship to me.
Yeah. So
Well, that's cool. Okay, so do you wear the waist thing with the leader in back, or is it all in the pack?
yeah, right now I'm kind of testing
Yeah.
because I do all my runs with the 4 liters every weekend, just to get
Yeah.
used to it, and then I'm gonna start adding
A 5th
half
liter.
a liter more, and just to set it up. And I think I'm gonna use it on my belt.
That's what I think. I
Yeah.
feel like I got 3 liters in the pack. I'm like, I feel like that is heavy enough. I feel like putting 1 liter on my waist.
Yeah, I've been trying 4 liters on my pack, and then I tried 800 in the back and 500 in the front, so it was almost 5 liters.
Yeah, I'm definitely running with
And-
you, bro. Can
and
I
it's-
tap
it's-
into your water source?
Yeah.
No muling.
It's camel, though. I'm not having a mule.
No cameling. That's funny.
Yeah, I think I saw a video of Andrew Glaze giving water
Yeah.
to Eli
Oh, to Eli, yeah.
before he I think he hit the NF.
Yeah, that's
Eli
still,
did.
yeah, that still wasn't enough water for Eli. Taking some Andy Glaze's
He just
water.
threw up all day.
Blech.
Terrible.
That's looked terrible.
I think that happened to Andrew Glaze on bad water. The only time he tried it, he dehydrated, and I remember the video with his legs cramping
Oh yeah.
like all moving by themselves.
And he didn't finish? Really?
He hasn't signed back yet.
I'm sure they'd have him back on one of his 100-mile weeks.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how the heat really affects our body. You know, like the extreme heat. We'll find out.
Yeah, like that 100-degree temps that they're in, that the Monster. That's.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna find out what you're made of right there.
Yeah.
And so is the rest of the field. So, I don't care what the weather is, dude. I honestly, I've already made up my mind. I don't freaking care one bit. I'm like, give me the rain and the cold, fine. If it's 100, great.
Yeah.
Like I will be ready to go no matter what.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna be the same way.
Yeah, the same way. Just
I'm roll with you,
checking the
dude.
weather a few days before, just to see if we're gonna need an extra half a liter or extra liter or not. You know,
I'm training for heat. I'm preparing like everyone did last year. Like I'm gonna do all my runs in the afternoons. I'm gonna hit the saunas. I'm gonna do all the heat stuff I can. And if it's rainy 2 years in a row, which I don't think is very likely, then who cares? But I'm definitely prepping for the heat.
Yeah. Well, in Vegas there is no other way to run.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't
in
have
the
another
summer.
option.
Yeah, you have another option. Yeah.
Do you run in the morning or after work in the evening?
If my children have soccer some kind of practice at the afternoon, I usually run in the afternoon. If they don't practice, I run in the mornings. So I pretty much run whenever I can. You know, like nothing very specific or like set. It's just like when I can, morning, afternoon, treadmill.
Yeah. What kind of mileage and vert are you going to be getting in the 4 weeks in April?
I check my mileage and I really don't run as much. Like my average mileage for the last 2 years monthly is 180 miles.
A month.
So
50-mile weeks.
I don't run more than 50 miles a week, ever. Maybe.
Exact opposite.
My dog.
Maybe.
I told you
if
I'm in.
Like
Yeah.
right now that I'm gonna like the last month.
Yeah.
Maybe in that month I'm gonna run probably 250 miles.
Yeah.
I don't think more than that, because I don't see
That's 75. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And then
65, 70.
then the other thing is like that I do is like I really try to stay awake from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. I never sit down. I never watch TV. Like I just try to be very active all day throughout the day, and and read or watch the videos of like how your body uses your mitochondria to produce energy, and and the electrolytes, what do they do, and like all the scientific side, so I can take care of that, and the training, and like I'm trying to work on everything a little bit.
Yeah. Are you also with Mount Coast?
They had helped me with a lot of shoes, so I'm gonna be wearing Mount Coast shoes.
H1?
Yeah, the H1s.
What are these you're wearing?
These ones are the H1s. I just got them yesterday.
Because I haven't seen that color.
Yeah, I realized never seen them before too.
Yeah, I just looked at their website for the first time, and I saw they had like a white H1 and then like the sand color brown or something.
Yeah, the brown. Yeah, I have that one. They sent me those two.
Come on, man. How do you get the red, dude? You got a podium 200 milers in a year?
Yeah, maybe.
I got some work to do.
Better hurry.
And there's some H1s with the gator built in. Have you seen them?
No.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
So these red ones, those are the
that's kinda
E1s.
cool.
Yeah, with the gator
Right.
built in.
The E1.
E1.
Killian's got his K1 coming out.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah,
we got
yeah,
the
yeah.
E1 on Edder's feet right here.
But
There
then-
is a K1, you idiots.
Mountain. You idiots. Those are sweet, dude. I've heard a ton of good things about that shoe, specifically for 200 milers, Cocodona. I know they do lots of other things, but I've heard them very specific to multi-day.
Yeah, I used them yesterday on a trail that is a little steep and loose, like kind of like the first 32 miles.
Yeah.
And they do kind of need a little more for that section, so I'm thinking I may use the T1s, the trails.
They're just a little more aggressive, like better
yeah, they
tread.
have the 4 millimeter locks.
4 millimeter.
This one has 2 millimeters.
So maybe you swap out at Crown King or at Whiskey Row?
I'm thinking to do that. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
How fast are we going to get to Crown King, and then how fast are we getting to Whiskey Row?
Well, I like to get to Crown King closer to 7 hours.
Okay.
Hopefully no more than 7:40, 7:35.
Okay.
And then thinking and Mingus, I'm planning to get there at 3 a.m.
Mingus?
Last year I got there at 5 a.m.
The race starts at 5 a.m., so you're thinking 22-hour Mingus. Get to Mingus in 22 hours. You know when Courtney got there? Courtney got there in 21 and a half hours.
Close to there, yeah.
I'm gonna have to update the old spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up and just
because I have you. I think you're starting at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, it is. And I have us at. This will be interesting. I mean, this really means nothing. Sitting here in this cozy
Yeah,
chair.
because he's gonna.
My whole plan changed now that I'm with Eder.
Well, don't ruin it.
Crown King to Whiskey
I
Row.
saw his run yesterday, and very similar to what I do. His 50K. How much you run your 50K
Last weekend?
last weekend, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty close to what I did.
Oh yeah, I saw yours. Yours
Pretty
was
close.
455. Mine was 451.
I think you had more elevation than mine.
I had 5,200 feet.
Mine had like 4,000.
Yeah, you took first place at one in Nevada,
Yeah.
and then I raced up in Chuckanut, in Bellingham. Similar. That's crazy. Same times.
Yeah, very
Within a few minutes of each
similar,
other?
yeah. And we run the same race. So I think we can,
I've got
we can
I've got Mingus at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
And you said what, 3? Gonna have to hurry.
Just
Yeah, well,
Update
Let
the
me know because
spreadsheet.
I was going to arrive at 5 a.m.
He's gonna I'm picking him up as a pacer at Mingus.
like to be honest, I'm of course turning it up a little because last year I planned to get there at 5, and I did go to 4:55.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, on time, which is exactly what Jeff Browning did 2 years ago. He got there at Mingus Mountain 5 a.m. sharp, first place. So that's what I came up with the 5 a.m. last year, which it was not good for first place.
Yeah. No, I've studied a lot of the splits. I've looked at Rachel's, Cody's, yours, Finn's, anyone that finished between 60 and 70 hours. I've studied all of their splits. So yeah, I'm very familiar with those, but
I think that I'm the one that run like the slowest to the fastest of
yes.
last.
Yeah, so
probably.
it was interesting looking at like Harry's splits,
Yeah.
and then going, yeah, no, I'm not getting to Crown in 6 hours.
I remember.
I don't care if that's my whole race. I wasn't getting there in 6 hours.
I remember when I got to Crown, they told me like, "Oh, Harry was here
An hour ago.
an hour and a half ago." I'm like, wow. But then later on the race, 87 miles, I saw him.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, how much a race can change
Yeah.
in few miles. Few 50 miles later, the opposite than what you heard last time.
Yeah.
Even I didn't hear when he was dropping. You just hear he's so way ahead. So you just keep running, and then when you see him, like, what happened?
For 100 miles, no one told you he was slowing down.
Yeah, exactly.
The last thing you heard was, oh, he's smoking.
Yeah.
He's way out in front. Yeah.
Untouchable. For
Yeah.
the time, I was like, oh, like.
Well, that's how Rachel was. She didn't hear. She just heard that Courtney was way ahead, an hour, 3 hours ahead. And then she found out way later that she dropped like back there.
Yeah, I heard they didn't tell her kind of on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
She
Yeah.
took it in a good way. Like
Yeah.
some people could have like, just tell me. She took it nice. I think it was a good call. I
Yeah.
mean, it worked out perfect. I mean, with the course record and all that.
Oh, yeah, it worked out perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that goes to your point. Just run your own race until the end, and then it's on. then the gloves come off and you just go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I'm really, really like, just imagine myself trying to catch someone or not getting catch on the last, Elden Summit. I think it's fun when you're like so sleep deprived and so tired, and you still want to push.
You have to, yeah.
Because you have someone. Yeah. I remember last year, like trying to slow down, like mile 240. I'm like, okay, I'm third place, male. I'm almost finished. I'm fine. And there she comes, and then my crew comes, like, hey, she just passed you. Like, it's fine. She's gonna get first female. I'm got the third male. No, what you mean? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's hard to carry right there.
That's how I knew. If I'm close, I can turn it on.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard to convince me to go and compete. When we're on the other side, when I got Max and I knew Jimmy was so ahead, I didn't even attempt it. Yeah, I just finished the race.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be fun this year.
Yeah. Well, hey man, we appreciate you coming up from Vegas, bringing your family up, hanging out in St. George all day, just to hang out with us for a little while. Getting to know you, man.
No, thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure. A lot of fun.
It was awesome. Well, I owe a shout out to our boy Mark, Time Graphics.
Oh yeah.
We got next aid station swag. We got new race gear. We got runnable, white, long sleeve and short sleeve like this guy. So thanks, Mark and Time Graphics. Big shout out. We got a few of these for you and your family.
Thank you.
To stay cool out there in the Vegas heat, the Phoenix heat. And it's been fun, man. You got anything else?
No, that's great. Thank you. It's good to meet you, dude.
Thank you.
Okay, man. All right, everybody. Eder Ruben Ramirez de Mexico via Las Vegas. This has been another episode of The Next Aid Station.